The 2012 Monster X Tour Championship moves south as the series makes its first ever appearance in Montgomery, Alabama for two big events at the Garrett Coliseum. The Montgomery fans are no stranger to great monster truck action, as Monster Jam on Concrete has been the only show in town for many years. For its Montgomery debut, the Monster X crew has brought in tons of dirt and the Monster Truck Mafia to show these fans another breed of monster truck action. The championship storyline has been the same all year as Bill Payne and Rockstar have dominated, entering the weekend with a comfortable 225-point lead in the standings. BJ Johnson has been coming on strong in recent weeks after getting acclimated to the unique California Kid machine and is now a strong threat to the Rockstar in every competition. Johnson will look to use the Montgomery weekend to put a dent in the boss's points lead. Another driver who's been running strong on the Monster X Tour is longtime veteran Robert Parker, who was tapped to drive the new Second War Wizard entry in 2012. Since his debut in the new ride earlier this season in Lubbock, Parker has been tough to beat, recording 6 wins and entering the weekend 6th in the point standings. Taking a break from a busy Monster Jam schedule is none other than Tim Mente, owner of the Storm Damage and Hurricane Force monster trucks. Mente will look to make a big splash in his first Monster X Tour competition of 2012, jumping behind the wheel of Hurricane Force for the weekend. Rounding out the lineup are Dustin Lewis in the General and jack of all trades Ed Miller, who will pilot the Monster X ride for the first time this weekend, his third different truck driving this year. A great crowd of rowdy Alabama fans are ready for their first taste of the Monster X Tour, and the drivers are ready to give them one heck of a show. All the action from Montgomery on TMB TV's Original Series presented by E3 Spark Plugs is coming your way right now.
Welcome to another exciting edition of TMB TV right here on TheMonsterBlog.com. You know, we've had a great time on the Monster X Tour all season here in 2012, and now it's Montgomery, Alabama for two big shows here at the Garrett Coliseum. But as we get ready to get started, you know, I always tell you guys this, and I always mean it, it's one of our favorite parts about TMB TV, and that's a chance to get to know some drivers that you haven't had a chance to hear from on here before. And this weekend, a great opportunity as Tim Mente is here, Storm Damage Racing, and you got the Hurricane Force with us this weekend, Tim. Great to have you on the show for the first time. Now let's get started by telling the fans a little bit about how you got started in monster trucks. What first got you interested?
Well, I was mud racing, and I went with Trey Myers a little bit and became friends with him, the driver of Iron Warrior, and he had me tag along to a couple shows, and you know, I kind of got hooked with all the horsepower and stuff like that. I crewed for a few years. You know, really wasn't any mud racing in the winter, so for me, it's an adrenaline rush for me as long as I'm a part of any form of racing. And you know, I had made a joke with Vaughters. He had Mike Vaughters with Black Stallion. He had a third truck that he was sitting in the shop, and I'm like, "Come on, Mike, you ought to sell me that thing." And he waited till I was out in Vegas and really hook, line, and sinker me. I was there spectating, and he said, I had a talk with my brain, and I'm ready to sell the truck. And I said, okay, well, I'm ready to buy the truck. That truck was Jack Willman's Taurus 3, which I campaigned that for a few years as Storm Damage. Then I built this frame here 2 years ago, and this one campaigned as Storm Damage, and I brought Hurricane Force over to Taurus truck, and then I just recently built another new truck, and that's got the Storm Damage body, and now this is Hurricane Force. So I wanted to play with the old shoe a little bit and go out here and drive. Steve Thompson's the driver of Hurricane Force, and I've been messing with him a little bit. I'm gonna go beat your truck up. But then again, I got to thinking, you know, I got to pay for all this.
Well, you know, it's been pretty incredible what you've managed to do. You know, just since you got started, like you were talking about, you started with the one truck. Now you got two beautiful new pieces here. You know, there's some of the best looking trucks out there, really colorful. And I know it's been a great start to the 2012 for you, running some big time Monster Jam shows, big stadiums.
Yeah, we've done 5 shows so far, and 3 of them in stadiums. We did San Antonio, Tampa, and then I had storm damage only in Miami, and that was a muddy mess there. Steve's probably back home still cleaning up storm damage for us.
All right, well, now this weekend you're on the Monster X Tour for the first time in 2012. Kind of a neat deal this year because they're doing a point series. You haven't had a chance to be much in the first quarter, but now you're here. You got your first big weekend coming up here in Montgomery, Alabama, and I know you're looking for a big show, and it's a good chance to take on Bill Payne, the rock star. He's kind of the series star. What's it going to take to run with these boys this weekend?
A very heavy right foot, drive a little bit with your head, maybe a little luck with the equipment, some good momentum, some big air, trying to come up with a move that they didn't come up with. But they go after me, so they have the advantage to say, well, he did that, well, I got to do this to try and top that. Best thing I can say is try to one-up the ones behind me and try and set the bar high for the ones after me.
All right, well, there you go, TMB TV fans. A real treat having Tim Minte of Storm Damage Racing here in Montgomery with us this weekend. We're getting ready for a real big weekend, these 2 shows. But before we do that, we want to talk about a couple of the big sponsors that are really helping make the Monster X Tour so much bigger and better here in 2012. So we're going to talk a little bit about these great sponsors who help bringing you all this action this season.
2012 has been a year of expansion for the Monster X Tour, as the series has entered several new markets, including this weekend in Montgomery, and also has begun to field its first ever high-profile points championship chase. All of these great developments have been possible in part from the support of some great new tour sponsors, including MotorcycleSuperstore.com and Bucked Up Apparel. Motorcycle Superstore is the #1 online retailer of motorcycle and power sports gear, accessories, parts, and apparel in the United States. With well over a decade of experience serving the needs of riders of every style, Motorcycle Superstore is constantly improving the shopping experience by providing the largest selection of motorcycle and power sports equipment from the most trusted brands in the industry at the guaranteed lowest prices. Whether you ride street, dirt, dual sport, ATVs, scooters, watercraft, or even snowmobiles, get your gear at MotorcycleSuperstore.com. Motorcycle Superstore has gained great exposure at Monster X Tour events in 2012 with great presence through use of their banners at the live events and also through the recent NameThisTruck.com promotion, where fans chose the name Super Stomper for the new MotorcycleSuperstore.com truck that will make its debut at the Monster X Tour event in Chico, California. Bucked Up Apparel has also maintained a huge presence at Monster X Tour events this season, both through tour sponsorship and merchandise booths at the shows, and also by sponsoring the Straight Up Racing truck driven by Ed Miller. Bucked Up Apparel's mission is to offer the finest quality apparel to outdoor enthusiasts that represents and communicates an attitude of humor, fun, and irreverence. Check them out online at www.buckedupapparel.com to see the latest line of products and watch for them at a Monster X Tour event near you. With great support from tour sponsors like MotorcycleSuperstore.com and Bucked Up Apparel, the Monster X Tour has gone bigger and better in 2012, and you'll see all of that in this upcoming episode of TMB TV's Original Series. Wheelie, racing, and freestyle action Friday night in Montgomery is coming your way right now.
it was in first. I didn't like it, so I was like, well, we're hitting second gear and putting it on the floor. We just kind of did the pogo bouncing down thing, but you know what? I got to make up points. It's either I'm running really good or I have a really bad night. Motors, trannies. Tonight, hopefully, is my night. We're going to keep running hard. This tranny's working really well. I'm really pleased with it, so we'll see how the night brings it.
Cyclone style racing, what's it going to take to win?
You know, it's going to be really cool because it's a real sandy track. Where I run these big flat tires, I should be able to flat track it through the corners where the other guys are going to have to slow down. As long as it doesn't bite a rut and put me upside down, I'm going to try to run the corner wide open. Like I said, the tires are hooking up really good. I'm literally almost running wide open in the corners. Can't tell it, I'm sweating. It's a workout in the truck, but they'll run hard. I actually thought I was gonna clip the car and roll it over, but I got the win. I'm not counting any chickens before they hatch, but freestyle's coming up, so we'll see what happens. You know, freestyle here is gonna be hard because, you know, there's a lot of guys down there that are really good at freestyle. I mean, there's years of experience down there. This big van stack and the box truck that we got, I didn't get to hit it the last show because I was having transmission problems. That's amazing. But you know what? Tonight, it's on it. Hopefully everything's going good. There's definitely gonna be some big air in here tonight because they're doing some big old huge stacks. But we don't care, you know what? TMB TV, it's all for the fans. We're gonna make sure they get a good show. shocks tonight, so I wanted to air it out a little more than I normally do. The thing's so short, it's kind of out of control, but you know what? It was a good night. Had a great time. It's that one day to go, so you got to tune in, TMB TV.
You gained 100 points on Bill tonight. That's what you've been looking for.
Yeah, you know what? Tonight has been great. All the breakdowns all year, I'm playing the points game. I just got to get up there. If I can be sitting at third, maybe even second, I just slowly eat away at the Rockstar.
Well, a great first night here in Montgomery. You know, the big star was B.J. Johnson with California Kid, but one of the biggest stories of 2012 here on the Monster X Tour has been Robert Parker taking over War Wizard #2. Now, Robert, I know you got to be having a ton of fun here. I mean, over the years, you know, Gravedigger, all the great stuff you've done, and doing some filling in for Alan Pizzo, but now you're here, you're in a ride that's a top ride, and you've been really tearing it up on the tour so far.
Yeah, the old hot rod's been doing good. You know, we had some motor problems last night. We're only running on 7 cylinders tonight, but we're going to go out here and drive this thing in the ground like a lawn dart. I mean, that's what the people come to see. That's what I'm planning to give them.
Well, you know, you're top 5 in points, and that's kind of been the big story so far this year is the points deal with Monster X Tour. It's got to be exciting to be, you know, that high of a performance level with a new truck, a new ride for you. Very exciting to start off the year.
Yeah, it is. You know, I'm really getting comfortable with the truck now. You know, as I'm easing into it, you know, because I've been out of it for a while. You know, been doing some little part-time driving for Alan Pizzo, but to come in and drive a top truck like this, you know, you guys give me a few more months, and y'all gonna see some really cool stuff out of this thing.
Well, we're getting ready for a big show tonight. You know, you look at the Monster X Tour and you're thinking the star trucks. Well, it's Rockstar, you know, Bigfoot's up there, California Kid, but War Wizard, man, this year he's been right up there with them. What's it going to take now? This is one of the few times this year it's Rockstar and War Wizard together. So what's it going to take to beat him tonight?
It's going to take everything this old truck's got, because, you know, there's a lot of good trucks here tonight, and all we can do is just go out here and give it 110% and see how the outcome comes, you know. Even if it takes driving it around, turning it over, breaking the wheels off, whatever.
Well, there you go, fans. Robert Parker with the War Wizard. He's going to give it everything tonight because War Wizard wants to take down the Rockstar here Saturday night in Montgomery. Well, fans, you just heard from Robert Parker. Well, now Ed Miller, he's been a staple here on TMB TV to start off 2012, driving Bucked Up. It was El Bandito before that. And, you know, Ed, part of Straight Up Racing, continuing to expand. You guys picking up 2 more trucks here this weekend in the Bucked Up General. And now this one, which is kind of to be named. We'll see what ends up happening with it. But it's got to be kind of exciting for you. You're getting another new ride to try out tonight.
Yeah, I seem like the utility guy. Hey, go try that. But that's okay. It's a monster truck. I'm happy to be here. We just got this thing back together, so we'll see how she does.
Well, you know, this is the truck's got a lot of history. Big time is Don King's Barefoot and all that. And now you guys didn't get ready in time for Friday night, thrashing on it, trying to fix a motor and all that. But it's here Saturday night, Montgomery, going to be a big show. I know you're excited.
Oh, yeah, I'm really excited. This truck's got a lot of history. I'm pretty proud to drive a Barefoot truck, you know. That growing up barefoot, you know, all those guys. It's a real honor for me to actually drive this truck. I'm a little nervous. We'll see what happens. I'll do my best.
All right, fans. Well, that's Ed Miller. He's getting ready for a big night here in Montgomery. As you can see, the lights are coming down. We're getting excited because it's just about time for Monster X Tour here on a Saturday night, and it's coming your way next on TMB TV.
Rockstar's turn.
You know, it is tough. BJ had such a great night last night. And all you can do is you're too nervous. I was shaking because I know I want to do a great job for the fans here. You know, you try to push the truck over the edge without causing critical damage. That way you miss, another event. You don't know where to stop sometimes. It's just, you drive with a grin ear to ear. I'm having a blast. I'm here in Montgomery, Alabama with great fans. When I can hear them over the trucks, I know I'm doing a great job. Thank you guys for supporting us.
Bill Payne, I'll tell you what, we got a great monster truck side-by-side racing, and then freestyle is going to be absolutely crazy. What's the prediction for Rockstar?
You know, our race is going to be fast. That's why we kind of go out in intros. We kind of, haul butt a little bit. That way we can see what the dirt's going to do. If it's going to go away, that way we know how to treat the corner. Same thing in wheelie contest. You try to go fast where you're going. That way you know what's going to happen in racing. That way we can put on the fastest times we can and catch the biggest air.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for my buddy, Mr. Bill Payne, in Rockstar!
Well, I got another racing win tonight. The truck works really well in this sandy dirt. This is when I like the tires. Other than the bouncing, if you'll notice on the video, man, it's all over the place. It's a handful to drive. But you know, I've been working hard. Freestyle's up next. If I can take it from Rockstar, I'll have him wins more than him for the weekend.
that's it right there. He's up on
the standings are for Monster X right now. There's so many other things you got to worry about first, but I hope we're doing good. BJ Johnson got a lot of points this week. Are you getting nervous, Ross?
A little bit.
Yeah, you want to move? Like I said, Montgomery, Alabama, another one down. We got another great show coming up in Asheville, North Carolina. Stay tuned for TMB TV.
Another great event for the Monster X Tour is in the books as Montgomery, Alabama was treated to an exciting weekend of monster truck competition. BJ Johnson and California Kid was the big winner in Montgomery, winning 4 out of 6 competitions and nailing down a clean sweep of the Friday night event. The strong weekend performance has moved Johnson to 3rd in the overall point standings and is a great momentum builder as the indoor season winds down. Bill Payne wasn't as dominant as he's been so far this year, but he was still tough to beat, taking 2 wins on Saturday night and grabbing runner-ups in both racing events. That is enough to keep the Rockstar well out in front on the championship chase. With straight-up racing teammates and Monster Truck Mafia members Bill Payne and BJ Johnson sweeping the weekend once again, the competition goes back to the drawing board and will try again next week in Asheville, North Carolina as the indoor season winds down, and you'll see all that action on an upcoming episode of TMB TV's MT Unlimited. We hope you've enjoyed another great episode of the original series from Montgomery, Alabama. A big thanks to Danny Torgerson and the Monster X Tour and to presenting sponsor E3 Spark Plugs for making it all possible. Be sure to stay tuned to TheMonsterBlog.com for all your monster truck news, information, and coverage because that's where we know monster trucks. We'll see you next time.